Hello, Scorpio. Let's look at your abundance and prosperity. Any blocks, any advice going forward for you from this point forward? If you resonated with the title of this video, there's probably a message for you. If you, yeah, so I already got a volunteer. Oh yeah. Thanks for your patience with me. By abundance, I mean the material stuff, the resources for being able to create what you want to create, having the freedom and flexibility because you have everything taken care of in your living material space. That's the good health, that's the money, it's, the physical stuff, and it's also the physical body being the sensuality. We like to have abundance in our with our bodies, right? And so Scorpio, how we're going to kick off this reading is we're going to be talking about the Magician. And what I'm feeling for this, I think Aquarius also got the Magician kicking things off, but it was a different energy going with the Magician. The Magician is all about being inspired by the divine to have something. It needs a physical conduit in order to manifest in reality. So here's man or woman, if that's who I'm speaking to, depending on whether you're a feminine or masculine identifier. But we all have feminine and masculine traits anyway. So here's human. And they're inspired and they're reaching up into the divine, taking that inspiration and manifesting it into reality. Elizabeth Gilbert, a beautiful author, writes in her book Big Magic that it is indeed magic, that she sees the inspiration for creating something into material form as being an entity, kind of like a spirit. That's why we're inspired. It's the spirit comes into us, and it will find the easiest human conduit that it can. And if it doesn't work with the first person, it will leave and go to somebody else. And she gives real world examples of how she's seen that happen, ideas that she's had that ended up manifesting with someone else. And she gives examples of like inventions that were created by multiple people at the same time in totally different situations. There's a few theories about all of that going around. But I feel like the universe has put something in your head. And you're like, how do I make it happen? And the cards are like, look at this. Look at this. Be the magician, right? Reach up into the divine and say, hey, if you gave me this idea, if you gave me this inspiration for what it is that I want, then it's your job to help me make it happen. Oh, let's get some more guidance. If you want me to make this happen, you make it happen. But the thing is, you have to get your ego out of it because your ego blocks it from happening. You're like, I can't do that, I can't do that, I can't do that in the mundane world. Whereas the spirit's like, I don't care about the mundane world. You're going to make this happen. So you have to release attachment to, the things. There's the Three of Swords. It comes up in Scorpio readings a lot. Release attachment to the things that hurt your feelings in the past. You have to get into a space of this like young, vulnerable person that has never had a failure before. The heartbreak I feel in this case is not like a love romance kind of thing. It's it's the energy of feeling like you failed and other people are looking down on you. There's third parties that are looking down on you and being like, yep, you're a failure, you didn't do it right before. And so that egoic attachment is a problem here, where like you're like, I want to do this thing, but I'm afraid I'm going to look like a fool if I don't do it and become successful in the end. And so the universe is like, well, you're going to have to let go of that for now. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that you won't fail, all right? But it is something that you're being asked to do, one way or another. If failure only happens if you give up. That's the truth, right? Failure only happens if you give up. So be like, well, release my egoic attachment to how it's going to happen and just let it happen. Do the work that I'm called to do. Don't think about it. Just show up. Be the conduit for the spirit. And manifest, create the thing that I'm being told that I should create. Ace of Wands has come up. The passion is coming. Look at this. He's holding his wand up to the universe. There's the wand. It's coming. So grab your wand. This is my wand. Bing! That's what I want. You're being inspired to you're being inspired to want something. And it's a material thing. You're being inspired to want it. I just got a little download that I'm just going to impart to you real quick, and it was from the book that I just read recently about the subtle art of not giving a fuck by Mark Manson, where he talks about how the people who are successful at what they do are people who don't care. They just know they're good at it. They just know that that's what they do, right? And they're the people that are successful. They don't give a fuck. So release that idea. Stop caring about whether or not people are watching what you're doing, and just do it. You want it, just do it, okay? We're not hurting anybody. You're not hurting. Whatever it is that you want, you're not hurting anybody. So what does it matter? Just do it. Okay, that's the message I got. If you're not already subscribed, please do so you can get your monthly and weekly readings. Your weekly check-ins, your monthly check-ins. I'm Michele B. I'll talk to you later, Scorpio.